Ladies and gentle dudes. Let me be more clear. Dudes and dudettes. Today we have a very interesting video on a topic that's one of my most popular videos, besides a tutorial I made, but as you can see, I'm in the lobby for Anime Defenders. It had a nice peak and one of the most known money grab games and fall off games right under Anime Adventures. So today, we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of Anime Defenders. The issue that happened, I think I've talked to you guys well enough about that in one video. But before we get into that, we have to go back to the start. So let's start at the very beginning. Now, going all the way back to the start brings us to one lucky day. Sunday, May 26, 2024 at 7 p.m. when everything started for this game. The game first came out maybe a year or two after AA had been shut down due to getting copyright, and everyone wanted to try out a new game because ALS wasn't holding up. I mean, it was a good game, but a new game comes out with better graphics and everything. People want to try that out. So yeah, people went on Anime Defenders the first day it came out, and yeah, it averaged 50,000 concurrent players that day. Then soon, following up in June 8th, 2024, the game peaked at 232,000 concurrent players on June 8th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Now, this was a big turning point for the game because the game realized, oh crap, we have something big here. We should start producing more and more content to keep people hooked on the game. And then eventually the game reaches a peak of 280,000 players. And that was good numbers. I mean, this game was reaching average numbers for Anime Adventures at its time when Anime Adventures was at its peak. This game was quote unquote the next Anime Adventures, even though the models were pretty crappy and all that. But what happened here was not something very good. Yes, this peaked over here on July 21st. But on July 1st was the day everything changed. July 1st was the day that they dropped the Wish update. Now, wishes, as you can see, are a currency in this game, and it's its own little banner here. It's a currency that you use to, summon for 4 special units of their own rarity. And there's 2 different types of them. There's one that gives a higher chance, but it's harder to obtain, and there's the ones that are cheaper. These wishes, when they first came out, there was no way to obtain them besides doing the Hall of Mirrors. Now, the Hall of Mirrors is kind of fixed now, but back then, let me just show you. So there were 3 stages, and you could only get the wishing stars on the nightmare stage. On this stage, you couldn't get it. On this stage, you couldn't get it. And on easy, you couldn't get it. Most people got stuck on hard mode because they couldn't beat it. It was 30 minutes of just waves and multiple pathways and stuff, just causing random shenanigans going on in the game. And people were just crashing out, especially me, as you guys know in that one video. But yeah, the nightmare mode, it was very hard to do. It took 30 minutes, and you had a 1% chance to get a wish after beating it. A 1% chance. You heard that right. I did not stutter. I mean, I did stutter. I admit I do have a little stuttering problem. But yeah, a 1% chance to get 1 star. Just 1 out of 30 minutes of grinding. One of the hardest stages to do in the entire game at the time. And then Wise, one of their developers, started getting a little bit of an ego and like thinking he was all cool because the game was getting a lot of players. So he was like, oh, if we give them like a bad update, they won't care. Nothing will happen. Nothing will change. Things soon started to change after, because Wise started to say things like, fix things for the community. No, keep things the same for me. I mean, there's just tons of screenshots I can put on the screen, and he even admitted that to be guaranteed to get a wish, it would take 5.7 years just to get one. This was crazy news. Now, after all this Wise mess, I believe something happened with Wise. He either got fired or he finally came to his senses and stopped doing stupid stuff. But, the game's updates only got worse and worse from there, as they started to continue not removing this, and the trade system got even worse. Trading in this game, I mean, like, gems cost, like, you can straight up buy, like, tons of rerolls just for gems. You could buy units for gems. They have units selling for, like, millions of gems. The game system was completely ruined because of the trading that they added. And trading came out before Wishes. When Wishes came out, Wishes broke trading even more due to people like putting wishes up for like 1 million for like tons of wishes. Because the only way to get them was paying for them. Look, and the max amount was 50 wishes for 10,000 Robux. 50 wishes isn't even guaranteeing that you're gonna get this guy. And that's bad. That is very bad, because that makes more people want to spend their money, like Nagblocks, Sebastian, AB Plays, all those YouTubers on this game spending their money and their Robux away trying to get a unit in one of the most broken systems ever. I mean, yes, they probably made the money back, but for free-to-play players, this was the worst decision that they could ever have made, bruh. Like, I'm trying to tell you guys, this game, I don't know what they were thinking when they dropped this. After trading, they should have learned. But as soon as they dropped this Wishes, everything went downhill. Now, the next update we got after that was on July 23rd, 2024. And this update brought us portals. Now, I will admit, this update wasn't actually that bad. Most of my lineup, all these guys are from portals, besides my Poseidon here. And the portal system was fairly fair. You got their evolution items from doing the portals. You got other things like rerolls, like you got a lot of stuff just from doing the portals. Let's see if I have any in here. I don't think I do. Oh no, I do. I have a few portals in here. Yeah, I have a few portals. I don't think I have any mythic ones. The mythic ones were the best ones because they gave you the best percentage of getting the guys. But yeah. These portals, the legendaries and the mythic ones had a percentage chance to drop secrets, and those secrets actually became like the best units at the time. So for once, the best units weren't pay to win, or you had to summon for them in this current broken gem system where people can just sell a good unit for like millions of gems and then get another unit from summoning. So yeah, this update, it was actually pretty good. The player count, I believe it was pretty fairly good at the time as well. It might have gone down from their peak. Actually, no, this might have became a peak. I believe it became a peak at this time. And yeah, the update just brought overall good news. It brought happiness to the community. But the happiness did not last long. As you can see here, their highest peak of concurrent players happened when on July 21st, 2024, with 280,000 concurrent players. This was when they dropped the portal update. Things were good. Things were nice. We got something flowing again. And then it started to plummet downwards because most people, they weren't enjoying the update. So they started adding they added another thing. They added a second world. This second world it was mid. It was just more story you could do, and they also added more portals and stuff. And they added a completely separate banner system, same amount of gems, just a completely different banner system with completely different units and completely different secrets and stuff on it. So overall, just more stuff that you needed to use the broken trading system to even get good stuff out of it. Like, this game just couldn't figure out what their problem was, so they just kept on. They kept on and kept on and kept on and kept on. Next, they did even more. Around August, they dropped another update, which just added more portals. Again, they never learned their lesson. This time, it was only like 2 sets of portals, which gave 2 secrets. And then, for some reason, sometime in September or in between August, they added in a new rarity called Ancients, which have an even lower % chance of being obtained than secrets, and you had to summon for them. Meaning, from all that yap about the trading stuff, and them not listening to that, they made another thing that you can easily obtain from that broken trading system. One of the most broken things in the game. This game could never learn what their problem was. And then, I mean, the clock just finally struck. It was time for them to just give up. And the players just started dropping and dropping and dropping, as you can see on the screen. I mean, this just got bad. 48,000 players on October 28th? You guys went from 280,000 players on July, and then in October, you went to 48,000. And then this is the update that broke it all. November 8th, 2024, they dropped the Red Note update. You heard that correctly. They dropped an update for a Netflix movie. They knew their game was turning to trash, so they went to Netflix, got a deal with them, and put them in the game. There was this whole little game mode. I'll probably put like some footage up on the screen. It was where you had to like defeat like these presents and stuff like that. It was pretty boring. You didn't get much out of it. I believe you got like a special red note unit out of it, and like the Rock and like Chris Evans were in the lobby, but it was so bad, man. The game just like never realized their mistakes, dude. They just kept on tugging and tugging and tugging at that dead pole, and as you can see, the players dropped. Like it went back up, but then it just dropped and dropped and dropped. And then they dropped one last update, which is what the current state of the game is in now. I mean, like, this is just bad. Like, current state of the update. New battle pass, I guess. They made it easier to obtain wishes. So wishes, that problem got fixed. But the trading was still a major issue. I mean, no one even wanted to play the game anymore by the time they fixed this. They fixed Hall of Mirrors to where you're guaranteed to get a star from doing that. They added these quests over here, which you could get loot out of it, but it's not doable anymore. I mean, the bundles, it didn't do much, but, I mean, the game was gone. They just kept trying to tug and tug at that pole, and that's how it ended. This is the current state of the game. I think they averaged, like, the worst average I think I've ever seen now. Yeah, ever since December 26th, they've been stuck at that 3,000 players range, and it just goes down and down. For an entire year, they've been losing players. Yep. And now, they're at 352 concurrent players. Guys, all you had to do was listen to your community and make a good update and fix the problems. Fix the trading system. You could have fixed the wishes earlier, but like that's all you had to do, and you just didn't listen. And that's why your game became trash. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure enjoyed it, because this game, I mean, it was a really painful time for me. I guess I'm kind of biased, considering the fact that I never got an Almighty or a Requiem, so I'm, like, very unlucky. But this game, man, it just kept getting worse and worse, and I was actually playing it a lot. I mean, this game made me meet certain people that I still talk to today. that don't even live near me at all. This game made me so many friends, so many experiences, but the game itself just became bad. Like, the feeling around of that came from the game. Yeah, I guess it was cool. It brought a bunch of YouTubers back to play tower defense games. It had a good impact. But the game itself was just slop. It was money-grabbing slop. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little yap session. Subscribe if you want more. And Happy New Year. I don't remember if I said it in the last video, but yep. And we hit 1K, I do a facial reel.